It's the Sarah Sunday Sound Off. Hey everyone, it's Sarah Simmons with Baird & Warner. You can find me at sarahmccollum.realestate on Instagram, on Facebook. And for those of you who have met me, you know that I tend to ruminate a bit. I like to go down rabbit holes when it comes to research. I like to dig deep and find answers. And this week I found myself thinking about the phrase, real estate helps to build wealth. Because for a whole lot of people, that is not how it feels. It feels like real estate is this game of save some more, make sure your credit's okay, and then hopefully you at some point might be able to own something, but maybe you'll stay there and maybe you won't. Whew. Essentially, it's such an easy phrase to say, real estate builds wealth, but what does it actually mean? And so this past week, I was looking through the Federal Housing Finance Agency's quarterly report on the house price index. It's basically a quarterly report on what do houses cost in the United States. And no doubt that if you're someone that's been looking, you're like, houses cost a lot more than they did a year ago, I'll tell you that. So the House Price Index report actually offers up a really broad picture, both of what's happening in the United States in the quarter, in the year, and then also over the course of 5 years and 20 years. And it was when I was looking at this one little line for the state of Illinois that showed appreciation of house prices that I thought, this one line tells me how owning builds wealth over time. And it's with some really simple numbers about how the price of your home appreciates over time. So if you have owned your home this year for 1 quarter, it has already gone up 3%. For the year, yes, this is kind of a wild year, it's gone up 12%. But it's when you get to 5 years that at this point that house value has appreciated 28%. And over the course of 20 years right now, the average home in Illinois has appreciated 137%. So whenever you think about something appreciating, you start to think about that money in your savings account that even with a high interest bearing savings account probably is not going to reach in 20 years, 137%. That is what people are talking about. The other thing that I start to think about is this word invest, and how invest can feel like this huge capital letter I, invest. And so if you're out there today and you are thinking, I have to buy when I can buy my 3-bedroom, 3-bath, separate office somewhere else space, I can't buy before that, I would ask you to reconsider. I wish someone had told me to reconsider when I first rented my super sweet studio apartment that I ended up living in for more than 5 years. I look back at all of the rent that I spent on that wonderful place, and I think, if I had purchased that home, that small one room with a bathroom home that I loved, but I knew was not gonna be for me forever, I would have been in a position to sell for more later, or even to be a landlord. And not like landlord, I'm gonna be a landlord over 20 and 30 and 40 people, but maybe even just a landlord over one person and have somebody be a tenant in my studio when I moved out of it. So just a couple little things that I was thinking about today. If you have any ruminations, if you have questions, if there's anything that you say, I was thinking about this, are you thinking about this? I might be thinking about it, and I'd love to ruminate together. So that's my Sarah Sunday Sound Off. My goal is to only ruminate together for about 5 minutes. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Happy October.